Comrades, there is an incredible figure that I just picked up, and I figured it's time for an outside the box. We haven't done one of these in a while. I just got Blade Master Weng from the Furay Planet series, guys. Let's take a look at him. It's time for outside the box. What's going on, comrades, and welcome to another episode, well, to a once-in-a-while episode of Outside the Box, where today we are taking a look at Blade Master Weng from the Furay Planet series. Now, this is a series of kits that I have seen on Big Bad Toy Store and several other hobby sites that I've been super interested in, and let me just say first off, box art and the packaging on this looks killer. I love the design. I'm actually going to try to keep him in this box for now until I can actually pose him. But look at that, guys. I mean, that is just some amazing artwork. But I want to take him out of the box, guys, so we can just take a look at him. Because, I mean, I love my figures to breathe. I love letting them breathe. So, without further ado, let's get into opening that. And the first thing I want to say is, they have a comic book in here, guys. Now, I'm not a big comic guy, but having this might make me want to read that. So let's take a look at that real quick and see what that entails there. The Dark Tides Appear, Chapter 1. Okay, how many pages are in this? Like, how many chapters are in this? Oh, this is really cool. So, comic art, first off. I'm going to go ahead and just go to one of the pages here. And as you can see, the comic art on this is just phenomenal. I'm sorry, my ring light is super annoying, and I can't not use it because then I just lose like all the quality of my lighting. But look at that, guys. The artwork on this is just incredible. I mean, that is one page right there in this comic, and I love that they have different products that are coming out for this as well. They have a series called Return from Hell, which looks pretty interesting. They've got several different characters mentioned in this comic. But yeah, there's the comic, guys, and it's got that nice new comic smell. Again, Furay Planet from Maestro Union. There's your stuff right there. There's the back of the comic. So really just a nice glossy comic too. I love glossy comics. But now, let's take a look at the actual figure itself, which is really freaking bulky. First off, I love that they used cellophane to protect him from the packaging getting too far damaged. But we have several different items here to choose from. I'm gonna take those out, and let's get him out. Let's get him out of his packaging. Let's get him out of this, clamshell packaging they got him in, because it comes with several different items and some minor care here. Maybe some instructions. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm gonna get him out of the package, and then we'll start doing the review. Alright, so right off the rip, we've got him out of his packaging here, and he is just huge, guys. Just really, really bulky. Let's see if it'll focus on him for a second. Look at the detail on this. Just really well designed. Really well done. I'm loving the look of this so far. He comes with this really cool cloak that you can't take off without taking off his head, I believe. Let's see. But yeah, he's got this really cool, like, fur-lined cloak here. It's all made out of, like, the same plastic material as the figure itself, as the figure soft parts. But, he's got some great accessories here. Like, we've got a gourd. We've got this little tiny, like, bamboo. I'm guessing that's a cane, maybe? It looks like one. Maybe, like, a small pistol? I can't really tell. But we've got some cool accessories underneath this cloak here. And again, his head is removable. And just another ball and joint, or ball and peg there. We can remove the cloak like that way. And put on this nice little fur attachment that they give with us here. And pop on another head that we have here. If I can get it on. It is a little difficult because the the socket in there is super tiny compared to the ball. It is a little hard to get in there. Oh, the hair came out, and I'll just drop it. Anyway, we'll find that hair in a second, but let's see if I can get this in place without that hair being in the way. There, I got the... No, I didn't. So again, that ball joint does make it a little bit harder to get that head in place, just because it needs to be worked a little bit. Probably a little bit of hot water would do the trick, or maybe some hot air, like a hair dryer, to really get that in place. But I mean, for the most part, I've got it on now, and it does allow for... It's not on there. I was hoping it was, but you gotta really kind of force it on there a little bit. There, I think I got it this time. But as you can see, I mean, we got a great feature there with the head. It does have some free range of movement there. Just, I don't feel like that's on there all the way, and I'm a little nervous about that, just because of the size of that head. But I gotta find that hair piece that fell. It does come with a top knot on the hair that looks really cool. I just dropped it though, and I gotta find it. Found it. There it is. So that comes out as well. That's the hair that was sculpted for it. Just a really cool looking figure, and I'm gonna come a little closer there so I don't drop any more parts. But that goes on the back of the head like so. Again, that head sculpt, or that ball joint for the head, is a little bit loose, and I'm dropping pieces left and right, guys. I really need more. I really need a different workstation here for this. So parts wise, I mean, he's got some pretty cool parts. I just wish there was like some more instructions on like putting parts on and having parts stay, because I mean that ball joint compared to that feels really tiny. I don't know, maybe I'm just not getting the angle I need to get on it, and I'm worried about some loose parts here that we have that may or may not come loose or get broken with the pressure I have to apply. But there, we'll say that's on for now. I don't feel like it is. I'm putting a lot of pressure on that too, guys. I mean, I'm really putting a lot of pressure on that to hold it in place, and I think I finally got it. I said that a couple of times already, but there he is right there with that top knot design there. And he comes with this hat, and this hat's really one of the really cool features for me, because as you can see, kind of gives him like a menacing, like wandering warrior kind of design there. We do get some pretty cool little parts here. He has click joints for the arms here. His hands are interchangeable as well, with several different hands here, including a gripping hand, which has some amazing detailed claws here. I'm trying to see if I can show you all those. I'm trying not to drop him. But as you can see there, just some amazing details on those hands. Come on, focus. You can do it. There we go. Look at that hand. That's just an amazingly sculpted hand. We've got a nice fist here. Several different hands to choose from, including like those. This one right here, which also has some really cool effect. It has a cool bend to it. We even get a couple of extra feet here, so I might put these on here in a second and just show you what we're looking at there. He has this cool like back weapons container here, and I believe this opens up to reveal two really nicely detailed swords. I mean, look at those. I'm gonna take one of those out right now just to kind of show some detail there, and they feel legit. They feel like maybe no, they're just sculpted hard plastic, but still, you got these little rings on them right there, and I gotta remember to put my hand behind it so it doesn't focus on my face. There we go. But come on, there we go. You can kind of see those two rings right there. Just a really cool design on the sword too. Really tall design on the sword. So let's get one of those in his hand, one of these like spare hands here real quick, just so you can kind of see how they would be held. If I can open up the hands again, you gotta work the plastic a little bit just to get accessories into place. And I'm so afraid I'm always gonna break something here. And this was a normally priced $98 figure on Amazon. I think Big Bad had it for about the same price, just in that range. I'm having a hard time getting my hands to work with these hands, just because they're stiff. They're really stiff hands. So I've stretched them out a little bit. There we go. So we've got one hand holding a sword here now. And I want to see how easy it is to pop these hands in and out. So this is this hand here. It's really stiff in there. God, I'm struggling here. Doesn't hurt that I have a hurt shoulder right now, so it's kind of hard for me to do the pulling and all that. But as you can see there, I'm trying to get some things going here. He has a slightly bendable tail here, so you can kind of bend that tail and do different poses. His feet definitely have that true cat-like ankle and leg. So, you know, it's supposed to be a little bit bent, but, I mean, just in detail here. I'm just going to show you all a few details here on the back while I work on trying to get these hands out. And let's see how easy it is to remove a hand. Not easy at all. They are really well held in. They're really held in there well. I mean, it's a really good quality figure here. I don't feel like this is a, you know, cheap knockoff figure here. I'm trying to see how his hat's supposed to stay. So that's about as good as I can get the hat. But inside this case here, we do have a nice velvet feeling material, like a felt material that's holding that case into place. Let's look at that case a little bit, or holding those swords in place in the case. They've got some nice antiqued bronze look going on here with these. Still really cool. It does come with some little kunai and a piece of rope to hold everything, to hold that case together, or to hold that case on his back. So I think that's really cool. We do get, like I said, we got several hands, several feet to choose from here. I'm going to try to see about getting the legs free as well. And that's just kind of the problem here, is I can't really pry them free, and I feel like I'm going to break it if I try. But all in all, I mean, just a great figure. That, like I said, comes with a couple of little feet here, some hands, a cloak that looks really cool. I want to get him to hold the sword, but again, everything feels so stiff and so scary to pull free. I'm gonna see if I can do this and see if I can get the hands off, because again, they're really on their good. They're super tough. And in 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, so after heating him up in some water for a little bit and really kind of playing around with him, I put him in some hot water bath for like 5 minutes, and I was able to at least get the hands put on, and I was able to take the feet off, and I tried to put on the boots, but I didn't take these with me when I soaked it, and so they're still very stiff, very hard to put in place there. But again, I'll just show those off because they're really well detailed boots, and I don't want to take too much off of them right now because it's such a just piece of art compared to, like, you know, most other figures that I've picked up. This one is really just, I actually like the way it looks like this right here. To me, that just screams more of what I was looking for in this figure. Again, a lot of the loose parts do come off. You get these, and if you take the wrists off, be careful because these will fly everywhere. I almost lost them earlier when I was putting this hand on. But, I mean, guys, it's a really great figure. He's got some great extra pieces there. So definitely worth the money in the long run, in my opinion, just because of how heavy he is, how hefty he is. He's about as big as a Build-A-Figure, and I don't know if I've got one like readily available. Yeah, here we go. He's about as big as the Venom Pool Build-A-Figure, which I just dropped a Funko Pop. But here's that Venom Pool here, guys, as you can see. You can also see the spiderweb either behind me. Yep, that was behind me. I don't know. There's a spiderweb somewhere. But as you can see here, here's Venom Pool. I'll bring him back, and you can see Blade Master Weng stand almost like side to side, as you know, my good friend Blue Sasquatch likes to say in Fortnite. There's that Venom Pool figure again, just for reference. It's pretty bulky, pretty heavy. They're about the same weight, in my opinion. Venom Pool is pretty big, so here let me see if I can set them up so you can kind of see there the scale of how much they have in common. Now, you can't really see Blade Master Weng there, so I'm gonna come and put him there, and let me pull the camera over that way so you can kind of see a little bit. So as y'all can see here, just from the sheer size, I mean, let's turn Blade Master Weng to face y'all a little bit there so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We'll take the hat off just so you can kind of see scale. They're similar scale, very similar scale in that. So I mean, in the long run, yeah, the price it's got a pretty high price, but Blade Master Weng is a really sick looking figure, though. I love this design. And again, just you can find this on Amazon, eBay. I got mine off of Amazon just because I trust Amazon a little more with where it's coming from versus like eBay, where it can say coming from China and you may never receive it. I've had that happen before from a Chinese vendor. But I mean, guys, there's so many parts that comes with this that really just makes it a selling point for the price that they give you. The box art itself was super awesome. Like I said, I enjoyed the box art here. Just really, really awesome box art. As you can see there, really well detailed, and definitely a great pickup here. It comes with a comic book as well, so you can't beat that. But yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I have to say that this figure right here is well worth the money, and if you're going to pick up a figure, this is probably one of the ones you're going to want to pick up. Again, usually runs about anywhere from the 80s to 90s in price range, so probably about the size. It's probably about the same price as like one of your higher end Mythic Legions. The only complaints I have again are the stiffness of the joints that you're going to be using to replace them. You know, like if you're going to be replacing like feet. I would hope that they would have had something a little better than that peg system that they have there. You know, something more streamlined, more like the McFarlane figures have. I have run into issues with McFarlane's before where you have to heat them up. I soaked him in hot water, and that seemed to have loosened up the joints enough to get at least one hand off and swap it out for the gripping hand that holds the sword. So there's a benefit in that. There's actually, you know, at least they give you the instructions to do that. I do like the fact that the box is sealed too, so I can like put all of my loose parts in there. Some of the things I will show you here that I haven't taken out because they are just tiny is this bag of kunai and that weight. That was in the same bag as the rope, and I will tell you right now, the rope, I can tell you right now, the rope that came with it is not the best. It will fray on you in a minute, and within like just a limited amount of time playing with it, it's already like super frayed for me, and tying it on here is a pain because I don't feel like they don't give you enough rope. Like, you know, some toys you get like an extra bonus piece of rope, and I'll show y'all here. You see how just frayed and damaged that is already? Like it's already falling apart. That to me screams that they just threw in a piece of twine that they had sitting around in like a shop somewhere, or you know, in the workshop itself, and it definitely doesn't help hold the piece. Because frankly, I would rather have had something that I could like do this with and seal that extra sword in there if I wanted to. However, once you tie this, you cannot open this back up, especially if you're putting it on the back there. It will come loose. It will keep that other sword in there, so make sure you get your swords out if you're going to tie it up. Other than that, it's a great designed piece here. You get, like I said, several hands, two sets of feet. You get the feet that he already has on the figure, and the like hiking boots that come with him as well. You get several small like weapons and pieces you can play with. But yeah, Blade Master Weng's a great figure, guys, for the price point that you're gonna pay. Really, the only thing I would ask for is, like I said, some better joints, some better quality like accessories to help kind of put everything together, and maybe this is just me, but I feel like the figure itself wasn't super terrible. Like, it's not a bad figure. It's just, being that I don't mess with action figures a whole lot other than to take them out of the box and like do the Build-A-Figs. Whereas the Build-A-Figs that I mess with, it seems that their joints work together and go together so well. These felt like you had to like put a lot of force into them. I mean, you watched me as I was sitting there trying to pull it apart. It's just not an easy pull apart. So definitely something I would recommend is to get you a hair dryer, or get a bucket of, or have a really good thing of hot water ready to go. I used just hot tap water, and that seemed to have loosened up the joints fairly quickly. Within, like I said, about 5-10 minutes, I was already able to pull the hands off, which was where I struggled earlier. The final cool thing I like is that they give you this beautiful comic book that I have not had a chance to read yet, but I will probably be diving into that soon, because let's face it, I love a good read and I love an action figure. So yeah, guys, that's it for this video. And again, you do get instructions on how to like loosen up those joints for the first time. But anyway, comrades, that's going to be it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you comment and subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my socials. There is a link tree in the description below that'll take you there, as well as to my merch shop. Go snag some KBG merch to help support the channel. Also, check out my amazing sponsor, Dubby. Dubby makes an amazing energy drink that doesn't leave you feeling jittery, doesn't leave you feeling like you're going to crash, has 0 calories and 0 sugar, and a patented neurofactor to help you focus. And guys, trust me, when I say they have some amazing flavors, you definitely got to go try one out, and save you some money when you do try it out. But use my coupon code Kouldbayne for 10% off any purchase of Dubby. Kouldbayne for 10% off any purchase of Dubby. Kouldbayne for 10% off. I also want to take this time to thank my amazing czars of the channel. These are the people that have paid $2.99 a month to help support me in my endeavor to get action figures, gunpla, and games for this channel, so that I can do reviews, builds, and Let's Plays. So thank you so much to all of you amazing czars out there. $2.99 a month gets you a chance to be a czar of the channel. Thank you so much. Couldn't do this without you guys, and you're amazing. Just thank you so much. But anyway, comrades, that's it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Much love. Be amazing. Be safe. And we'll see you in the next video.